This next artifact is all about loss, aka death, aka the long slide into that wooden box I like to call a coffin. I count my blessings every day that I've never lost anyone close, save for a pet xenoplorg and my entire immediate family. Enjoy. Greetings, and welcome to Earthling Cinema. I am your host, Garyx Wormuloid. This week's artifact is Up, the film that mandated the Pixar rule that adults should cry as much as possible. The film follows human boy Karl Marx, whose dream is to control the means of production so he can go to Paradise Falls, New Jersey, just like his hero, Vladimir Lenin. One day, a homeless girl named Ellie breaks his arm. They naturally fall in love, and before you know it, she dies, just like all great relationships. Anyway, the neighborhood's getting gentrified, which doesn't sit right with Karl, who knows a thing or two about sitting. In fact, the thought of capitalism drives Karl so bonkers, he assaults Bob the Builder, and with no other options, flees the country in a pitiful excuse for an escape pod. Little does Karl know that a pre-diabetic Cub Scout has stowed away to earn his badge for the Mile High Club. Maybe it's those glasses, because Karl can't see they're heading into a tornado, or why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They narrowly survive and land right where they wanted to go, without having to ask for directions once. Karen. They go the rest of their journey on foot and take the house with them, since there's no valet, but not before befriending a talking horse, hi there, and famous American actor Kevin Bacon.
Kevin, it's okay.
Who, legend has it, was 6 degrees taller than everyone in Hollywood. But not so Fast and the Furious 15. A group of other angrier, more talkative horses all want a piece of Kevin's bacon. 'Cause I mean, who doesn't? Unable to get a selfie, they take Karl and the Scout to their leader, because that's what minions do best. They're taken to a Blimpies, where they learn the Pepsi Twist. Lenin has been in New Jersey this whole time, trying to cast Kevin in a snuff film. Karl tells the Boy Scout not to be a narc, but his blood sugar spikes, and he blabs.
That's my new giant bird pet.
They make a sweet escape, remembering that horses don't float. But just like my ex-wife, Lenin is 2 steps ahead, and has lit the house on fire. Kevin gets bird-napped, so Karl goes back to his original plan of, I guess, dying in the wilderness after 2 days. That is, until he finds an Amazon nook, giving him the proper motivation to enter the 3rd act. A battle royale ensues, but not without some warm-up stretching. Always stretch. Karl lets his house go to shit, and Lenin realizes he could have learned something from Kevin Bacon, namely how to get footloose. Now I gotta cut loose. Karl reunites Kevin with his bulimic children, and back in the big city, which has probably been freaking out nonstop that someone was able to just fly away using balloons, Karl gives the Boy Scout some worthless tin that's at best extremely heartwarming. Up illustrates the dangers of being trapped by nostalgia, which wasn't cured until 2067 by Dr. Millie Bobby Brown. When his FWB dies, Karl metaphorically enshrines her in the house that they built together. He keeps everything exactly as it was to preserve her memory, and to keep her ghost happy. Outside, the world may keep truckin', but Karl clings to the past, even though he may be in the Matrix. The house itself symbolizes Karl's grief, which he has to carry with him until the housing market improves. Lenin is in many ways Karl's foxier counterpart. Like Karl's condo, Lenin's airship is a museum of artifacts from better times, like the Jurassic Age, and his mission of redemption parallels Karl's journey.
They called me a fraud, those... But once I bring back this creature, my name will be cleared.
But just as Karl can't bring his wife back no matter how many houses he knocks up, Lenin can't bring back the glory days through sniping the snipe. In fact, a snipe hunt is a colloquial term for a wild gray goose chase, wherein a naive person is fooled into chasing after something that doesn't exist. Like love. Up sends a poignant message about coping with grief in a healthy, gluten-free way. At first, Karl cares about nothing besides his super dead wife, but as he develops affection for the Scout and Kevin Bacon, he develops a new, selfless purpose that helps him move on. To save the day, Karl must divest himself of the past by littering. When Karl passes on the badge that Ellie gave him as a child, we realize her memory has transformed from a burden around his neck to something positive that he can share. Once hobbled by grief, the new Karl abandons his walker and can once again move freely through the world.
You know what? Keep him.
Proving once and for all, Western medicine was a lie. The film posits that instead of bold adventures, the best pursuits are the simple pleasures of everyday life, like enjoying a cup of joe on the porch of your spaceship. In the beginning, Russell claims he wants to explore unknown lands and claim them for the Boy Scouts of America.
The wilderness must be explored!
But his happiest moments are his memories about eating Dippin' Dots with his deadbeat dad.
I always get chocolate and he gets butterbrickle. That might sound boring, but I think the boring stuff is the stuff I remember the most.
For all of Lennon's glorious exploits, he's more alone than Flargamom on Sector 5 at Christmas. And while the childhood portion of Ellie's adventure book is full of dreams of Paradise Falls, the mature Ellie filled the book with racy photographs of her life with Carl. The moral is to enjoy the simple things, like the love and companionship of a friend, and avoid the bad things, like kidnapping and trafficking a minor to South America. For Earthling Cinema, I'm Garyx Wormuloid. Adventure is out there.